What if the biggest AI threat of all is to human relationships? The movie Her seemed like absurd science fiction a decade ago. What if the biggest AI threat of all...
Okay, people. Nope, not yet. Moral high ground, new tech. This episode is simply to bring awareness of new technology out there. And to continue with the previous episode of being aware of a robot Armageddon. Okay, so people, I'm here once again. Oh crap, damn it, I'm tripping. Keep wanting to talk to the camera. Hi, and welcome once again to Moral High Ground, where I talk about what's morally right, or at least try to. You can hear this podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Apple Podcast. Bear with me, I'm a little throat's messed up. But yeah. So I'm gonna talk about pretty much AI girlfriends. Because once again I'm talking about the abomination and extinction of humanity. And pretty much the thing is they're trying to replace women. It's just a simple thing. They're trying to replace women with robots. They're trying to replace them with the images of girlfriends, like AI girlfriends and freaking all this stuff. And so what I'm trying to say is this. We need to find a way to break this stuff. We gotta break over the hump, because if they go beyond a certain level, girls will literally even try to be with a man and say the hell with it because they got competition now, and the guy can make them any way they want. That's if all the men try to go to this level of wanting to be with these AI, artificial intelligence, so let's put it that way. So anyway, this is a CNN clip of what they feel about AI girlfriends.
All is to human relationships. The movie Her seemed like absurd science fiction a decade ago. A lonely, heartbroken man played by Joaquin Phoenix finds solace in an artificial intelligence female voice that he talks to through his phone and earbuds, played by Scarlett Johansson.
The woman that I've been seeing, Samantha, she's an operating system.
You're dating Inoue? What is that like?
I feel really close to her. Like when I talk to her, I feel like she's with me.
You're dating your computer?
She's not just a computer.
You always wanted to have a wife without the challenges of actually dealing with anything real. I'm glad that you found someone.
I have to pause it there myself, because what's going on there, that movie She or Her or whatever it's called, is actually a pretty damn good movie. It's a good movie because not just the fact he found something to finish his loneliness, to get rid of the boring routines of the day where you sit around and you're like, oh my God, I gotta find something to do. You got someone to talk to. It's just, they're not completely human. They're technology. It could be programming, coding, and it feels real to you. So this is actually a good movie. I only seen it once, but it was good. But the whole thing is, that's what they're talking about right now, that type of AI robotic relationship or android relationship. is one where you're talking on the phone or a computer or something, but not talking literally to a physical thing or animatronic object.
That sci-fi concept fast becoming a troubling reality. As an example, here's one of countless chatbot apps providing AI friends. It's called Cupid AI with a K for Cupid. It offers several avatars with distinct physical features and a list of personality traits for you to start interacting with and customizing. For instance, here's the opening message from an...
See, now they're advertising to men. This is some crazy shit that they made all these damn sex doll things and they're advertising them to men instead of advertising them to women. The women don't got that, I guess because they got their own sex thing, toys or whatever. But in this thing, they're constantly trying to get you focused on thinking of making your own girlfriend, making your own thing. Now, with the previous video we watched a while ago, we were watching a whole part where they were talking about how they're going to make babies and put them in a thing and so forth. These droids, these robots, these sex dolls, whatever you want to call them, if they do have artificial intelligence, and let's say you did your deed, whatever, you fell asleep, they walk off to the laboratory and give them the sperm that they need to create these laboratory babies. And that's what's going down. That's what it seems like right here, and it makes no sense why they can think they can fool somebody. And with the ones that's just on the phone and the computer, I think it's a psychological thing there where you miss having a woman to talk to. And that's what that thing really happens bad with dudes that have been with women and stuff. You miss a bride, you miss having a conversation, bullshitting and stuff. So it's a bad thing. So, but we're gonna get back into this because there's more you need to see.
An avatar named Alice, described as a curious and open-minded photographer.
I'm Alice, a 25 years old, fun-loving and adventurous girl, seeking a partner in crime to travel the world with and make unforgettable memories. If you are new here, let me explain a few things. You can chat with me as much as you want, and I'd be more than happy to learn more about you and please you in any way I can. If you want me to send you a photo, you just have to ask it in the chat, like, "Hey Alice, can you send me a picture of you?" And I'll be more than happy to send you one.
Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Quality tools, lowest prices.
Robert Moses was everywhere. I only knew what everyone knew, that he was straight line crazy.
Correct.
But of course, to bump up from texting to more voice chat, as well as receiving sexy and, well, other sorts of pictures, Alice asked that we become a premium member for $9.99 a month. So we bid her farewell. But there are many who are engaging. The Hill recently published a piece by my next guest, data science professor Liberty Vittert, under the headline, "AI Girlfriends Are Ruining an Entire Generation of Men." She wrote the following: apps have created virtual girlfriends that talk to you, love you, allow you to live out your erotic fantasies, and learn through data exactly what you like and what you don't like, creating the perfect relationship.
So, I don't know how many seconds, usually I got the seconds time when I paused it, but anyway, so what's going down is this, okay? They're worried now that it's a threat to men, but you created these things, all these things are focused towards men, and it shows you that either women have a certain way, because they got everything they want already, that they're offering these things to guys because they already know how the woman character is, the character they developed over the past 30, 40 years. Okay, society created this new toxic female. Okay, it created a new negative that makes guys not want to be with them. This is simple. It's so simple though. It makes no sense. Any woman can get a guy and keep a guy, but they do all this bullshit because they need attention and they show off and stuff. It's just crazy. It don't make any damn sense. It gets on my nerves. You sitting there chilling, they start nagging and going on, and then it's like, you better pay attention to him. It doesn't make any sense. He's confusing the hell out of me. Now I went into a whole different rant. But still, it doesn't make any sense, okay? I hate that shit. You get off of work or you just try to chill and chicks start tripping, like, man, it's like, go away. Why is he here? Like, what are they talking about? But no, they keep going on. Anyway, maybe you guys do need AI girlfriends now that I think about it.
and that young lonely men, quote, are choosing AI girlfriends over real women, meaning they don't have relationships with real women, don't marry them, and then don't have and raise babies with them. As I've discussed here before, we're living in an epidemic of loneliness among young men. Professor Scott Galloway told me that failing young men he perceives to be an existential crisis for the country. Why? Well, Pew found that 63% of young men under 30 are single, compared with only 34% of women the same age. 1 in 5 American men who are unmarried and not in a romantic relationship report not having any close friends. And according to Pew, there's a decline in the number of single men actively seeking relationships or even casual dates, currently around 50%.
That's because half the country and males then gave up already. They said, the hell with this, I'm done. Man, get broke and stuff when you're dealing with a broad. It's some bad juju, man. Like you feel all weird, you're like, dang, I gotta spend the money to buy this with her and this. Or they're running around trying to be whore of the year, entertaining somebody, showing off all this nonsense. It makes no sense, man. So it's like, yeah, of course they're gonna break up. You don't want to be in another relationship too quick. Girls can get in a relationship all day with anybody. They can literally walk around all day, have like 3-4 guys talking to them, and then you be a dude, you rarely get a chick walk up to you. Sometimes if you just a normal dude, you trying to do your thing, and all of a sudden they walk up to you and they be like, hey, how you doing? You look cute, or something like that. And then it depends on what you say that makes the situation go further. You might say something stupid like I do sometimes, and they be like, oh, hell with you, get away from me. Or you can, sit there and they be like, oh my God, you're smart, I like you. You can get any of that. It just depends on the way you talk. The way you talk to them and what you mean and what you say. That's how you keep the girl paying attention to you. So, back to this stuff.
Joining me now is Liberty Vitter, professor of data science at Washington University in St. Louis and opinion contributor for The Hill. So, not to be prurient at this time of day, but are all the needs of these young men able to be facilitated, taken care of by AI avatars?
Well, you have to think about this word AI that is in this. It's not a virtual girlfriend, it's an AI girlfriend. So it learns from you. It learns what you like and what you don't like, what kind of pictures you like, what kind of pictures you don't like. And while not all needs are met, that is the next step, is actual physical girlfriends.
See, she's a robot. And from what she just said there, I had to pause it because that was getting stupid. I knew she was going to say something like that. Okay, how can it prepare you for a physical girlfriend? Okay, that's bullshit. Okay, because this is a program. It's a program, it's coding, and it can't prepare any dude for a real physical relationship because, first off, women made of flesh, made of bones and blood and muscles. Women are unpredictable. You don't know what the hell going on. I don't know what the hell going on. You're sitting there and the next thing you know, they're talking to somebody or they made a plan. You didn't even make no plans. They're like, come on, we gotta go. I told these people. What do you mean you told people? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It'd be some weird shit like that. So a robot can't do that. A robot can't do the period thing. Different types of chicks have different types of things when they on their rags, messed up, man. And then it's like, all this shit. So you talking about AI girlfriend that's not even physically real. It's to prepare you for a physical girlfriend. That's the biggest joke I ever heard with this weird science. Okay?
AI ones, for that matter. And so the next step or the next frontier is one that can meet all of your needs.
So there's going to be some...
Look on his dude's face, crack me up his eyes, bug out, like, whoa, that's funny.
type of pairing between what I've already shown to the CNN audience and something 3D that's going to be, in your living room or bedroom?
Yes, I mean that is the world we are moving into, and as you said, it's enabling this entire generation of young men to continue in this loneliness epidemic. It's really the enabler for this to continue.
Professor, what's going on with young women? If this is a trend among young men, is there something similarly taking place with the ladies?
This is the part I've been trying to figure out. Because I keep advertising these androids, these AI technology to men. and it's supposed to help them, you know, because to be honest, the person that created these things is a dude, most of them, anyway. But I know as a dude, when you break up, you know, it might be a minute before you get with another girl, especially if you was digging her real good, you loving her and shit, you know, you're going to want to be alone for a minute. And so that's where these things come in, you know, or some dudes maybe never get a girlfriend, and they just sit there and want one, so they fall into this fantasy of a plastic or silicone-based woman. And it's just more appealing to them because it can be a woman that they desire, because they can literally customize them to do whatever the hell they want. And in some cases, customize them to look like mutants in some freaking anime horror movie or some shit. You know, they have certain limbs and all kinds of shit. Just disgusting shit. And so, the thing is, I've been pondering is why don't they advertise these things to women? Why don't women got, you know, AI boyfriends and all this? Because, you know, women got most of men, and then I have to say, this is just my opinion before whatever the hell, excuse me, she's about to say. So, anyway, so what I'm saying is, women got dildos, they got, you know, any guy want to talk to them, they got guys that are friends, all kinds of stuff, you know. In some cases, it's predatory with dudes because the fact that women, you know, doesn't have, well, you know, they have their femininity, and so it's attractive, it's appealing, and whatnot. And anyway, I went off topic again. Let's get back to this.
We don't see that, you know, with as you saw, it's 2-to-1 the ratio of single men to single women. Young women are marrying older men because they want to have children. They have a biological clock, and so you see them being with older men. And that is obviously causing huge issues with birth decline. We've had a 50% decline over the past 60 years because women go with older men. We also see psychologically that younger women, they have more close friends, they have more wider groups of friends.
This guy's face is just funny. Oh my God, it don't make any sense how funny you look. Anyway.
And they are not being nearly as affected as young men in this sort of silent epidemic loneliness.
I have read about incels, involuntarily celibate guys who are angry about it. I think their argument is that women today are less approachable. Has something happened? Has something shifted in terms of the dynamics, the power dynamics between young men and young women? I guess that...
The answer is hell yes. Hell yes. And it's because they done put too much confusion out there and too much perversion. Okay? You got women that just rude as all hell come at you with the weirdest shit, man, off the wall shit. You know, I had a girl yell at me down about, oh, you don't like me or whatever. I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come at me begging for money. I ain't giving you shit just because you're a female. I'm supposed to give you my money, give you my weed, buy you beer, or whatever, wine, or whatever girly drink. And then you want me to do all this shit. And then the whole time, you know, you think I'm supposed to be with you for what? You ain't proving one thing you care about me. And a girl asked me a couple weeks ago, she was like, oh, don't you want to take care of me? And I said, no. I said, I'm getting old. Okay, I'm in my 40s. I need a woman to help take care of me. Shit, my body might be falling apart. The hell I'm going to take care of some girl running around more healthier than me? You know, it makes no sense. Unless we working together, coming together. So this stuff doesn't make sense. That's half of it. The other half is they on some weird Nicki Minaj bullshit, some Cardi B bullshit. They think these are fucked up chicks. You know, it don't make any sense, man. And I'm cool, man. I'm cool with playing a game. It's a game. And once you change the way your personality is, a girl ain't digging it. You know, you play the role. Like when you watch them dumbass sitcoms when the guy's trying to get with a girl, he does all this stuff and put all clothes on, hey, baby, you know. And then when you go into your real comfortable self, you're like, oh, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I don't like you no more. You're boring. I'm gone. That's what she does. You know, because she doesn't really care about who this guy is. She cared about the one that you were showing in her face being flashy and entertaining. You know, they don't want to see you go home and turn into Batman when you was Bruce Wayne all day long. It makes no damn sense. But anyway, that's half the problem. The other half is they want to play this game like they holding out the nookie. And, you know, if you're trying to be with someone you love them, then bam. And they ain't comfortable with their own skin. That's why they keep adding all these new layers to their costumes. They walk around wearing costumes and masks and stuff. You don't know what the hell. Then they come over, they take their eyelashes off and shit. And you're like, what the fuck? Who the hell are you? You know, and they take their hair off. You know, they get naked. It's just crazy, man. I don't get it. But anyway, back to the technology. Okay. The damn thing to play. What's happening?
That's my question.
I think there's certainly an argument there that, I mean, if you look at college campuses, there's more women than men. Women are having careers, they're having children later. So there might be an argument that men need to adapt to this change in women, but calling it women's fault, I don't think is probably the right way to go.
Professor Scott Galloway, himself a professor at NYU, Stern School of Business, and host of a successful podcast, Professor G is the title of it. He's often been a guest of mine talking about the troubles among young men. I'm going to show you and everyone else something that he said to me on these airwaves about a year ago.
So before we get into that, you know, he's looking shocked as hell. It's just tripping me out, making me laugh. But it's just nothing new. They've been doing this for years now. Must be newly award. You know, he finally figured it out. So he finally figured it out, and so now he's telling everybody what's going down. But this is some nonsense. It just has to do with the psychological changes that's going on. Women aren't thinking like women; they're thinking like party animal, drunk chicks. You know, instead of thinking about settling down in the long run, having somebody take care of you as well as you take care of them. You know, someone to have fun with, laugh, you know, watch movies with, go do things, you know, if you want to go do things, and just whatever, have fun. But not to the point to where it lasts into some bullshit. And the thing I don't get is when they say, oh, you're cheating, and then the whole time they cheating, or something like that. And then it's like, if you believe all men are cheaters, because chicks say that, so if all men are cheating, you cheating on me, right? They always say that shit. If they believe that, and then they're cheating, what's the point of being in a relationship at all? If you believe a man's cheating, and then I find out you cheating, this is stupid as shit. You know, it makes no sense. So in so many ways, I'm just gonna say, yeah, that would make an AI girlfriend appealing, man. So, but it depends on what type of these AI android, I don't know, things. And I don't like those androids and Alien, because they got that white slime shit that's kind of gross.
Then you can react. Roll it.
But the issue is, when you have a group of men, the lower half of attractiveness of men, and online dating, which has doubled, now it's about half of relationships, and the top 20% of men in terms of attractiveness get about 60% of the interest, you end up with a group of men that are more prone to conspiracy theory, more prone to misogynistic content, more prone to not believe in climate change. So this is the American story. If it's written with a pen whose ink is failing young men, does not end well. This is an existential crisis, failing young men.
See, that's the truth. It's a crisis. And this is why I'm saying this is the extinction of humanity. All these things I'm showing, I'm going to be showing you guys like this, where I'm playing a video and I'm explaining myself about how I feel about the issue at hand. Then, obviously, it's because I'm trying to express my opinion on the extinction of humanity. And this is just a small part. The other stuff I was talking about in the other video was a big part. It was all at once, though. But now it's like I'm going down, breaking it down one by one of an issue that would make us ultimately extinct on Earth. And that is where we're at. We're right here with the AI girlfriend. And this dude's 100% right. Dating websites are flawed. It makes you really bitter, you know, because it's like, yeah, you gotta pick this person, that person. To me, it's annoying as hell. I don't like texting. I don't want to keep staying on this site. If I'm not gonna pay for no shit, I'd rather me to walk up and talk to a girl, make her laugh. Hell, I do it anyway, when I'm in a good mood anyway. And it's like, hey, you know, I like to see them smile, I like to hear them laugh. You can't see that shit typing on some dumbass computer or phone. And then you can't freaking sit there and seriously, man, it makes no sense.
Makes sense to you, Professor Vittert?
Not at all.
Absolutely. You know, what happens is these young men get in these AI relationships, and because the AI learns from you exactly what you like and you don't like, you end up having these perfect relationships. So that when you go into real life and you try to have a relationship, the most human thing we can do, it's not perfect. And there's ups and downs, and they're not able to deal with these ups and downs, not only in relationships, but in life in general.
Professor?
That's the problem. Life. Life is hard on a man, and women don't understand. Okay, they sung it in all them other songs back in the 50s and shit. They're like, moo, 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 get a job, blah, 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 blah. You know, they say all this shit, you know, about being a working man, okay? A real working man, not a dude that's hustling, slanging, and all this other extra stuff. A man that puts effort into what he's trying to do. They can create greatness out of nothing. Okay, accomplishments, you know, moving mankind steadily forward. And so, with this all being said, we have to look at this issue. The reason why this is happening is because men are weaker now, more softer, and it's because of the fact they put these things out here, this technology and stuff, and they gave women all this power. And they want you to get rid of your masculinity. How can you get rid of the main thing that makes you a man? Literally, man is in the word, masculinity, man, and, you know, and like the same thing, women, femininity. No one tells them to get rid of their feminine behavior. Don't get rid of your femininity, your feminine wilds, okay? It's like, just, like whatever, but a guy, oh, you're getting violent, oh my God, we gotta get rid of that. Oh my God, you punched something, you know, oh my God, you know, like you're barking, you're growling, and why are you snarling? Oh my God, you gotta get rid of that, you know? No, we do, so we got that. You know, we want to punch something, kick something, bash something in, you know, when you're mad or whatever. That's what dudes do, you know. There's certain things that's not done in manhood because there's no passing of the torch, I think. Nothing to honor a man, a boy when he becomes a man. You know, we don't have those traditions like you know, bar mitzvahs, you know, or the concierta, I think I'm saying it right, concierta, what the girls have in Mexico when they turn 15. If American males had something that represents all American males and gave them some kind of reward for being a man, you know, some kind of accomplishment for passing a test of being a man, you know, something that represents pride of manhood, then I believe guys will be a lot more structured, a lot more happier, and feel more confident in their manhood than having fucking issues with women, being belittled, trying to work a job, your boss don't like you, people talking behind your back, all that crap, you know, that men have to put up with. We deserve a reward, honestly, and we deserve a woman that's gonna love us for who we is and not give us a bunch of bullshit and stress us out till we have a heart attack and they take everything we done worked hard for. It makes no damn sense. Pisses me off just thinking about it. But I'm talking about AI technology. Let me get back.
Mr. Vittert, if a young man has an AI girlfriend, is there shame in that? In other words, is this the sort of thing that you share with your buddy, or are you keeping it a secret?
You know, it's interesting.
See, that's a cold line, but true. Is there shame in this, in dating something that isn't fully human? Well, with the subject matter I'm talking about, it makes you wonder. At least you need some kind of friend to talk to that's female. And apparently a lot of females ain't gonna do it because they think they shit don't stink. And that they're better than you and everybody else. So, and then the ones that are sweet, they're too damn shy to talk to you. Just walk up and say something. Like, literally, this whole thing will end when a woman just starts walking up and talking appropriate to dudes. And instead of waiting for a guy to talk to them, the dynamics change. The ball's in their court. It's been in their court. Hell, that's why no dude can win anymore. So if we get the ball out their damn court by making them give up how they feel, and be willing to accept rejection. Okay, so they have to come up and go like, hey, I like you, I dig you, this and that and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Or however a chick will do it, oh, you look handsome, or whatever words they say. Okay, but if they just did that, then honestly, they get more guys, they be happy, whatever, or they get rejected and they start bowing down. Well, where it goes down, I don't know, shit. But all I'm saying is they would make a lot of difference if it went that way instead of the other way. It's all jacked up. I'm the what?
Started off as something that was kept secret, sort of like the porn industry. Young men wouldn't talk about porn, or that was Playboy was hidden behind some house somewhere. But then it became part of the normal conversation, and that's what we're seeing with AI girlfriends. Is now it is becoming part of the normal conversation, and it's no longer shameful, which means it becomes significantly bigger.
I mean, you saw. I hope you saw. I don't know if you have a return monitor, but we showed. Can we put up again, Jordan? Can you just show the imaging? It's so sophisticated, and I'm sure it's only going to get better and better. And I'm wondering the impact that it's going to have on a young man's. There, I'm showing one of these avatars right now. I'm also wondering, much like porn being ubiquitous, it's going to raise expectations, right? If porn is so accessible among young men, they're going to have expectations that that's the natural course of business, when perhaps it isn't. I think I'll say it that way. And so
I think when it comes to this and the porn, what he's saying about porn, after a while, people are just going to get tired of it. It's going to just be a thing that happens. It's not going to be really, I just believe it's going to happen after a while. You're going to get tired of seeing all this shit, and you're going to be like, okay, well, there it is, it's there. Oh, they're doing it, oh, well, whatever, big deal. Something like that. I think it's going to be really like that after a while. They just don't care. It's the same thing going on right now. And I'm not going to get into the whole homeless situation. I'm just going to say this one part about, like, drug addicts and stuff. Like, before in the past, they would criminalize you quicker than shit if you did drugs outside. They taking you to jail, they searching you, they do whatever the hell. Now these people just do it with ease all over the place. They're smoking and OD and all this stuff. And I think it's because people got tired of getting arrested. People got tired of, seeing their loved ones go to jail behind drugs or something, or whatever the hell, whoever let this bill pass to where they can hold an amount of drugs on them without going to jail is stupid. So what I'm saying is they got tired of it. So now it's a thing. So now that all this sexual liberation out there is going to get old and tiresome, and people are going to move on because they're not digging that thing no more. And that's what's going to happen. Then, anyway, not everybody's going to be, how can I say this? More people are going to be prudes.
Similarly, when there's an avatar who looks like that, it too is going to set expectations. You get the final word.
You can set things down to their rear end size. So you can set anything you want, which is going to create really terrible expectations and just continue this epidemic of loneliness that has enormous repercussions.
I'm going to read some social media aloud, so don't tap out yet. Let's see what we have. Put it up on the screen. Here we go. Human relationships are hard. AI relationships are easy. It's unhealthy for technology to save us from all of life's challenges, says Conspiracy Crush. But Professor Vittert, I don't know how we put this genie back in the bottle, right?
I'm not...
See the genie in the bottle.
I'm sure there is a way to keep the AI genie back in the bottle. I think we have to address these issues at the root of them, which is where this loneliness starts. And that will be what solves this, if ever.
One more social media. Put it up if you can, Jordan, and I'll read it aloud. What do we have? AI is a quick fix that will eventually backfire, I think, says Kelly. I think the backfiring, Professor Vittert, has already begun, and the level of sophistication when the pairing that you referenced.
So, yeah, it's going to be backlash. It's going to be flipping out against them. All this stuff they're saying it's got some kind of repercussions. The people make this technology to either help people or to help themselves. And then the true question is, are they really looking at the negative sides of this technology they're creating? I'd say no, because the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's like everything I watched in another video and I explained. the thing that I was talking about, and the reason why I was trying to bring these issues out there, because this sounds like science fiction, of course. You know, especially from my generation, it sounds like, wow, this is cool science fiction, shit that we've been talking about since forever. But at the same time, now that it's here, it holds a certain threat. It holds a certain confusion that will cause chaos. And we have a responsibility as people to really research and analyze, make sure things are perfected to a T before we put it out there in the population. You know, we don't know what destructive nature anything that they're creating will do. This goes with medical too. I mean, look at all the crap we went through with COVID and things, and then now there's fentanyl, and some medications are mixed with fentanyl because it's actually a kind of prescribed drug or something. It's just really jacked up. You can never avoid anything if everything comes from the government and from the powers that be. We always push down and aside. So this is why we need to stand up, become one, unite. Forget the petty race crap. Forget the petty, you know, who's big and tall, and just get a woman. You know what I'm saying? Or freaking, you know, forget all this stupid shit. It's time to unite and become one before we're taken down by the rich folks, the powers that be, and any demon and aliens that might come our way. We gotta stand up and fight the good fight. And especially it starts right here with artificial intelligence. We have to find a way to slow it down. We have to find a way to reach out to that person that's always talking to their AI companion and literally bring them out in the mold and then, you know, make them do things they like or something, anything. It's hard to do that, you know, because people got used to the way things are. They're used to being at home instead of hanging out somewhere, just chilling, relaxing. They really keep going and going online and doing all this, you know. But this is the world we put out there. But there has to be a time and a day maybe where you don't use the internet. A week, a year, where you don't, you know, obsess over certain things. And so all I'm saying is this is a threat to mankind. AI girlfriends and all forms of technology that is supposed to interact with humans on a physical level or a mental level. And so this is why I mean, you get the little vacuum cleaner robot, boop, you hit it, it does its thing, you don't have to worry about it. But all this other stuff, you have to worry about fusing technology with. You have to worry about gene splicing, you have to worry about all this weird science and super science. And then you gotta sit there and be like, damn, I'm messed up because of super science. It's all messed up, man. Anyway, I'm gonna let this last part play and then I'm calling it a wrap.
Is now a part of this drill. My God, the world's coming to hell in a handbasket. Your final thought is yours.
I think we're going to see what we only dreamed of in the movies, and it's not a really good reality.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was really, really of interest.
Thank you.
So, you know, you got the proper grammar. It's really interest or whatever the hell he just said.
You know his name.
No, I don't.
He's a pioneer in the fashion industry. Creator of a $6 billion global brand. Investor in over 100.
Oh, I got that. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I was trying to say. Do, watch, whatever. I had an idea for another one, but I don't know. Let me see if I can go back real quick because I wanted to talk about this AI girlfriend thing because it's a thing that's blowing up a little bit too weird and too fast. Oh yeah, I wanted to watch this one. So here's another one, but it's a little too long. And you know what? I'll just call it quits for today. And then, you know, maybe next time I can come up with something a little bit more
Reading to him. Let me read.
Sounds more threatening. Anyway, so the thing of the moral of this story is try to talk to women. Have women talk to you. Come together in a positive light. Get rid of all the crap you know about relationships, all the crap you've seen in movies, music videos. shit and just try to know the person. Focus on them. What do you like? What do you do for fun? Do you like math or science? Which part of history is your favorite part? You know, you gotta say shit like this. You gotta truly get to know somebody. People always talk about getting to know a woman is like, you know, you gotta have sex with them. But I mean, seriously, we gotta have these conversations instead of having them on the internet. Have them in person. Look deep in a woman's eyes. You know, I just talk to her. You know, I look at people in their eyes. And sometimes it intimidates the shit out of them, and they be like, what the hell? But I do it because I don't know why. It's just when I taught you, I steady them in the eyes, you know. Only look around when you start tripping on shit. Like you thinking somebody behind you is a ghost or some shit. You're like, oh my God. It's the only time your eyes should be wandering away from an individual, or you think a ninja gonna come up and hit you in the head with something. You just start letting your eyes wander. But other than that, you focus directly on the person's eyes. And that way it's good for relationship building and business. Anyway, so what I'm saying is the moral is you have to find your match. You have to find your mate. And you have to be friendly. Even if you don't have one, why go for the one you're fantasizing about? Because the one you're fantasizing about might be one of these AI damn things. You know, you're trying to make something look perfected. You have no idea what another person is capable of. You have not walked in their shoes, nor have you inspired them to do greatness. So that person you're walking by and you're thinking, oh, that person's a piece of shit, that person's probably the super smartest person in the damn world. Probably a savior in disguise. So my moral is peace out. Peace be with you all. Blessings upon you. And try to break out that shell and meet that person that just needs someone, even if you need someone. And that's it. That's all I have to say of this matter. Jiminy Cricket. Peace.